Hello and welcome to the Junkees, our podcast. I'm Dave O'Neill.
I'm Kitty Flanagan. We're back on the sweet and salty roundabout, so get on board.
Woohoo! And we have to say, we tried to do this podcast last night, and it was a complete disaster.
Oh, so many tech issues. And so now we're doing it at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I have to say, this is the first time we've done a Junkies podcast this early. I'm finding it not quite as appealing as I usually do around 3 o'clock.
I know, or we've done them at night, like at 8 at night, which is perfect.
Perfect. But this is a bit different. I've already had to text you this morning and say, give me an extra 5 minutes. I've got to line my stomach with fruit and a smoothie.
Good on you. Yeah, I had some Wheat Bix.
So you got to just line the stomach. The first thing in can't be the sweet and salty roundabout.
Yes, and yesterday we tried to record, but then my oven man turned up with the door that had been glued together for me because it collapsed during COVID. I fixed it, but not good enough.
Did it collapse from overuse? Too much baking?
Yeah. He said you use this oven all the time, don't you? He says he sees me more than his brother, Robert. He said, "Oh yeah, Christmas is coming up. I knew you'd be calling."
What sort of oven is it? Just so people know never to buy it.
Ilvi, terrible.
Oh, I have heard they're terrible.
Have you? Yeah. I swear that during COVID, the inner glass sheet of the door slid into the oven when I was cooking a roast. I'm just like, how am I gonna?
They look really fancy, like they look good. Like you'd go, oh yeah, I'll have one of those. But yeah, I've only heard bad things.
He said next time.
So this podcast sponsored by Ilvi next week.
He said next time buy a Bosch or just get the Aussie one, the Westinghouse, was it? I think?
Yeah.
He said cheap to fix.
Do you know what I've got at my house? I've got
what have you got?
One of those really old white ones that you only ever got in rented houses.
the chef upright.
Yeah, the chef upright.
I used to have them. I love that because it had the separate grill.
Yes, and do you know what's amazing about it? Because the place that I'm in, an old lady had it for 50 years before, and the clicker, the igniter still works.
That's incredible.
You know how the igniter always just goes and you have to get like a match, but no, the igniter still works. I wouldn't get rid of it.
No, I had an argument when we got this house 10 years ago with the appliance guy about getting a separate grill. He goes, "Oh, no one has that anymore."
Separate grill's unreal.
I love a separate grill. Do your chops, and then I said, "What if you're doing your chops and your potatoes in the oven?" "Oh, you can still do it."
But also, what about cheese on toast? How do you do that?
Yeah, nah.
How do you do cheese on toast? How do you stick somebody under the griller to finish it off, brown it on top?
Yeah,
got to have a separate grill. Get the chef upright, everybody.
I'm getting chef upright. All right, so we got a big show because we're back.
Big show.
Kitty's been busy.
I wanted to come back. Yeah, I've been doing television, which I've been looking forward to getting back to the podcast. A little bit simpler, just eating food and giving my opinion, which is much easier than television. But so I wanted to come back with big show. So pretty much got 3 feature acts this week.
Oh, yes.
I think the best way you described it was, any one of these could be the headliner. We're doing Thins, your favourite.
Absolute favourite. I love Thins. They are my go-to chip because I get too overwhelmed in the 7-Eleven or wherever, and I just go, I'm just going to go Thins. Even though, because of this podcast, I've been going a lot to salt and vinegar chips recently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. And French fries. I love French fries.
I had, for the first time, salt and vinegar French fries the other day, which I've been looking for ages because you put me onto them.
Yep.
They are just the best.
They are.
Oh, and you can never find them. I found them, I think, in some random Woolworths shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, salt and vinegar French fries. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like old stock, I reckon.
Well, they are my pick of the bunch at the moment.
Well, they're currently doing, have you had sour cream and chives? They're on special at 7-Eleven. I might get some.
In a French fry?
Yeah. Do you want me to get some?
No. Yes.
Okay, I'll get some. And we'll taste them together.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, because they brought out a chicken one for a while.
They brought out the weird one that we had. Remember we had
burger
the weird burger sauce? That wasn't great.
No good. No. Anyway, Thins, and then we're doing 2 chocolate biscuits.
Yep.
And then a blind test. We've both sent each other a chip.
And I don't think we haven't done any chocolate biscuits yet, have we?
Wow, that is a
I don't
really
think we have.
good point.
So this is first chocolate biscuit day. So it's a big day. Big day. Welcome back.
This is a huge day. Huge day.
And for breakfast. So
Yes. Well, let's start with thins. And as I said, we've got 3 types. We have got the classic thins, my favourite.
Yep.
And we have got the Smith's thins.
Yeah, which new player, I reckon, to the market, the Smiths. The Smiths thinly sliced, they're called. And they sort of rip the packaging off a little bit of thins with the way they write thinly sliced. It could trick you. So they're sort of trying to nudge in on the market there. I mean, we have given Smiths the prize for plain crinkle cuts before, but we'll see how they go with the thins. And then you found the Sprinter. The Sprinter thinly sliced. Where'd you find that, Dave?
Aldi.
Well done. Well done on going to Aldi.
There's a new Aldi open up the road from me, and it's quite posh, I've got to say, for an Aldi, because normally it's just like cardboard boxes on the floor.
Oh.
But maybe because it's in Fitzroy, in the trendy inner city, they've gone, we've got to make this a little bit flash. I'll tell you what, though. These chips are so cheap. I bought 3 bags, and they're big bags, and I had them a $50 note, and the woman goes, that's $6. I'm like, what?
$6 for 3 bags.
No wonder people love Aldi. Your parents love Aldi, don't they?
My mum and dad, and they can't get enough of the Aldi chips. Every time you go over there, they can't wait to serve you Aldi chips. And it's like, I don't understand the appeal. Like, I tried going to Aldi once or twice, and I just feel like you're just walking around and people have just chucked shit on the floor. And I picked up a few items, took them to the counter, had to stand in line for ages because there's no self-serve checkouts or anything. And then I just went, now I know why people chuck shit on the floor, because I just went, I don't even want it, just walked out. Just dumped my stuff and left. And I just went, that's why this shop looks like this.
I think you got a very 2015 view of Aldi. I feel now that they've picked up their game a little bit.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It used to be like Buy Low. It really tried to target that cheapskate. I'm not saying your parents are cheapskates, but...
But they do. They love a bargain.
Yeah, I know my neighbours who go and get their teeth done in India. They love Aldi. So...
Well, it reminds me a bit of... I mean, I haven't been there for a long time. I only tried it once or twice. And I would never have bought... Like, I had friends that were buying fish there. It's like, are you joking?
Yeah,
Who
salmon.
buys fish at Aldi?
Salmon.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it reminded me of Franklin's, which I don't know if you had Franklin's in.
We
Did
had
you have
Franklin's
down here?
Absolutely.
Everything was just always in boxes on the floor in Franklin's.
Yeah, Franklin's. Wow, I haven't thought about Franklin's for a long time.
I think they were the originators of the black and white or the black and gold packaging. The no frills. It was no frills at Franklin. That's what it was. No frills, black and white packaging.
No, they were separate. There was no frills, and then there was black and gold.
Black and gold, yeah.
Until, of course, Woolies and Coles made generic products look, like every other product.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Franklin started the trend, and then Woolies and Coles just tricked us.
Yes.
they were just more canny. Franklin's were just like really upfront.
They're just like honest. They're honest. They're truth tellers.
And what's happened? They've gone out of business. So let that be a lesson to you kids. Honesty doesn't pay.
Well, there was also NQR too, which still exists in some parts of Melbourne, which is out of date stuff, like the reject shop kind of. All right.
Yeah, let's try the chips.
So will we start with the best?
Yeah, let's start with the original. Let's start with thins.
Look at them. Oh, man, here we go.
Well, you got to smell them too. That is a good smell that comes out of that bag.
Good.
The thing I find with thins, like if I'm eating a crinkle cut, I can tell you straight away what I think. But with thins, they're so thin, I've got to put a few in before I can make a decision. Yes.
And I love big things in my mouth.
Put music over me, Courtney. I'm shoving some in. Do you know what that is? That is classic. That is potato and salt, and I'm tasting nothing else.
And you can't taste any oil.
No.
There's no oil.
No, it's potato and salt. It's like they've just wafted them in the oil, like just a light spray in order to make them crispy.
No weird aftertaste.
No.
All good.
Oh, yeah, that is going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, I give that like 10 out of 10.
Yep.
My favourite chip.
I'll give it a 9 just to leave myself somewhere to go in case something
All right.
blows me out of the water, blows my skirt up.
Should we go to the Smiths one?
Smiths, you going Smiths next?
I think so.
Okay.
Let's leave Aldi to last.
I'm smelling it. No, I'm not getting the potato smell as much.
No.
I've got my nose right in the bag.
Smell of anything. Okay, I'll try one.
Oh.
Mm.
Straight away, not as thin.
Harder. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not as thin.
Not as thin.
They should be called slightly thinly cut, not thinly cut.
Yeah, I'm tasting oil in those.
Yeah.
I can really taste the oil, and
Yeah.
and there's just more potato in each chip, which not
Yes.
necessarily a good thing in a thin. That's like 2 of those together. That'd be a kettle chip, whereas you'd need 4 thins to make a kettle.
Still very good. I
Yeah.
don't mind it.
I'm just gonna see. I reckon they've got a fishy aftertaste from the oil.
Yeah,
I'm going back to the going back to the thin for a palate cleanser. Unheard of.
Thin's good.
Oh yeah. No fishy aftertaste.
No.
It's got to be
That's
something to do
brilliant.
with the oil they're using.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I would give. I still, because often I notice in 7-Elevens that's the only thin chip available,
Right.
and so I often do have to resort to that one. So I don't mind it. So I would give that like an 8 out of 10.
Do you know what? If I wasn't tasting it next to the thin, I probably wouldn't have noticed how much oil and fish taste there is.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in a comparison test, but yeah, I'm the same as you. If it's all they've got, I'd buy them and eat them. If they're served up to me, I'd buy them. I'd eat them at a party.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, no question. It's all very
right,
well to say fishy aftertaste, but
Yeah.
you can get around that by just putting more in.
Yes.
But don't wait for the aftertaste. Just chew through it with another chip.
Keep going.
There's always solutions, everyone.
Yeah. We're here to offer solutions on the Junkees.
All right, shall we go the Sprinter chip?
Oh, I'm so looking forward to this. Here we go. I want to be in Germany in Aldi. Oh my God!
It's thinner. It's thinner than the Smiths. I'll give it that.
It's got almost a fishy taste though.
Yeah, it's got the weird taste as well.
What is that oil they're cooking it in?
I don't know. Are they doing it in rapeseed oil or something?
Is that what oil they use on here?
Rapeseed, canola, fish oil.
Must be yeah, vegetable oils, potatoes. Oh yeah, antioxidants.
Do you know what it's like? It's like when you do your own frying at home and the oil's getting a bit old.
Yes.
It's like maybe we got end of the batch or something when the oil's a bit done.
They're made in Australia from at least, I love this, 82% Australian ingredients.
Wow, what's the 18% that's in there that's not Australian?
Some German potatoes, I suggest.
A couple of German potatoes and a bit of fishy oil from somewhere.
Yeah. Again, I will eat them. I will definitely eat those.
Do you know what order I'm going to put them in, Dave? I'm going to go hard and go fast. I'm going to go Thins, Sprinter, surprisingly, and then Smiths last. Just because they're not as thin.
What?
They're not as thin.
You're a purist. I will not do that. I will go
Really?
Thins, Smiths, and then Sprinters.
Oh, I think you're being just
Sprinters
a brand
have lost
whore.
the race.
I think you're just a brand whore. I think you're just being put off by the fact
Yeah.
that they're Aldi. And you're sponsored by Smiths
snob.
now. I'm even looking at your background. I'm remembering you're sponsored by Smiths. That's why you're ranking them second.
Hey.
You've been bought.
Yeah, so they did give me all these chips. That's right. Sorry about the rustling. I'm just trying to look at the Thins packet.
I just think they could improve it by making them thinner.
Yeah.
The Smiths
yeah,
thinly sliced. Just slice it thinner. Go another stop down on your mandolin. You know when you're slicing, you turn the mandolin around to thinnest.
Yeah, right.
Just turn it around, Wayne, when you're slicing your next batch of thins.
I don't know if Wayne's actually in the factory. I know he's high up in the sales world, but I don't know. And we've learned that the factories are in Adelaide and Queensland.
Wow. So first episode back, and we're disagreeing about the order of the thins, but at least we know
Oh, man.
the top one, no question. The original.
Absolutely.
The original thins. Can't go past it. The pale blue packet.
They're all good, but they are a clear winner. Well, coming next, chocolate biscuits. Okay, so you've generously given me these biscuits. They're Arnott's line.
I wanted to do 2 chocolate biscuits, and I chose the Gaiety. Who even knew they still existed? Someone mentioned them to me the other day, and I went, can you still get a Gaiety? I thought they'd been discontinued. And he said, no, they're my special treat. So I went in, and there they were on the shelf, and I went, how I've not seen them? They're like, it's like they've been invisible. It's like they're the chocolate biscuit's got no clothes on. It's just been sitting on a shelf, and I haven't noticed it. And then the other one I wanted to do was introducing you to the chocolate Monty, because I believe you'd never heard of the chocolate Monty.
I've never heard of it. I know the Gaiety, and like you, I thought the Gaiety was discontinued. And I actually saw the Monty in a supermarket the other day and went, what are those? So they've been around for a while.
Oh, not just a while. I would say they're one of the original chocolate biscuits, because I know this because the only exciting biscuit we ever had at our house, we all know about how abstemious my mother was with the treats, was the chocolate Monty. And it was because they were Mum's favourite biscuit, and she had a packet in the fridge at all times, and after dinner she would have a cup of coffee and a chocolate Monty. That's what she had. We weren't allowed to have them. It was her dessert. She always just had a chocolate Monty and a cup of coffee.
Well, hello to Leonie, if you're listening, and I hope you're still eating the Monties.
Oh, she sure is. She loves those biscuits. I've never understood them. I think they're a bit overrated, to be honest, but I thought, seeing as you've never heard of them, let's see what you think.
Well, I have to admit, after we aborted our first attempt at the podcast last night...
Oh, you've gone already, haven't you?
I ate the Gaiety and I've ate the Monty.
What is the point of this podcast? You're supposed to eat during the podcast and then instantly get the notes and the flavours.
Well, let's start with the Monty, because I was impressed by the Monty. You? I loved it. Yes. Now, let's try one now.
I checked the packet, and to me, I think the reason I've never been that into them is, to me, they look like they're covered in dark chocolate.
It looks like dark chocolate.
It doesn't say that on the packet, but it's a darker chocolate than say, the Gaiety. If you just hold them together, it's a lot darker.
Oh, yeah, much darker.
Okay, you can try it?
All right, I'm gonna try.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. I haven't had one for a long time.
Yeah. Your mum was onto something. That is good.
Do you know, but I'll tell you what improves it. It's the fact that I haven't kept mine in the fridge. Mum always kept hers in the fridge, and I reckon you can't taste chocolate when it's cold and out of the fridge. It's got to be room temperature.
Yes.
Well, that's a pretty good
Mine
biscuit.
were room temperature. I just left them here. And that is like a chocolate teddy bear, but a bit more intense and compacted.
You think it's like a chocolate teddy bear?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, it's similar.
It's almost a little bit like a Monte Carlo for me, but only one side of it and covered in chocolate. I can definitely taste honey in there. Is there honey in the biscuit? You've got the packet. Is there honey in that biscuit? I reckon there is. I'm going to have another bite.
Okay, sorry for the... I'm going to apologise for the rustling. I'll find the packet. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that is a good biscuit, even at breakfast.
There's rubbish falling everywhere here in my Zoom studio. And I'm sorry about the rustling. I just got to read the ingredients. Okay, we've got... God, it's hard to read.
I don't know if there's coconut in it.
Wheat?
It's not as coconutty as a Monte Carlo.
Soy, vegetable oil, cocoa, eggs, emulsifier. Oh, yes, coconut, salt, golden syrup is what you're tasting.
Ah, golden syrup.
And also honey. You're like a biscuit whisperer.
Man, I'm a super taster this morning.
You are.
My palate's unsullied by a day of eating.
I think because you basically fasted during your TV show, I think you just returned with a cleaner palate.
So it's honey and golden syrup. No wonder it's a good biscuit. That's a lot of sweetness.
See, now that I can taste that, that is a great biscuit.
It's good, isn't it? And you know what else is nice about it? That biscuit is crisp.
Yes.
You know, sometimes biscuits in chocolate, they can go a little bit soft.
Yeah.
Possibly due to that thing we learned about the crunchy. that when you use real chocolate, you can't get an airtight seal. But somehow they've managed that on the chocolate Monty.
Oh, that is great.
I take it back, Mum. You were right.
Leonie.
It's taken me a long time to come round, but yeah, well done. The chocolate Monty, that's a good biscuit.
Look, it's taken 40 years, but you finally apologised to your mother. All right, should we go to the Gaiety?
Right, let's go to the Gaiety and see why we thought it was discontinued. It's like the Quiet Achiever just sitting there on the biscuit shelf for all those years. Didn't even know.
It looks like a Tim Tam, but a smaller version.
If I remember rightly, it's more wafery.
Yes.
It's a lot more wafery than a Tim Tam, more wafer than biscuit. Did you already taste this too?
Yes.
Oh, Dave.
Wasn't impressed, but let's go a second time.
Oh, wasn't impressed. Okay, let's try again.
Okay. Not bad.
Straight away, I'll tell you what the problem I find there is. Not crunchy, really. It feels a bit stale. It's got the polywaffle effect. You know, wafer that tastes a bit stale and old.
It did taste stale, and I thought that last night, and I'm thinking it again now.
Yeah. I think it's that you can't get a seal on that around that wafer and they just go stale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even going to return for a second bite.
I may not even finish that, and that's a big, big move. Whereas the Monty, I will definitely be finishing that.
Yeah. I'm really surprised. I thought I would much prefer the Gaiety to the chocolate Monty, just on colour alone, because that chocolate looks pretty dark.
I can't believe they're still selling them. Oh, look, the top's coming off. Look at that.
What do you mean?
The top of the...
Oh, it splits apart.
It's just split apart. That's proving your theory about the seal of this chocolate.
Yeah, for me, that's a little bit too polywaffle for me in texture.
No.
And they should think about improving that with some marshmallow.
Yeah, because I reckon they're using the wafers from the wafer biscuits we had the other day. They look like the same thing, looking at it now.
Yeah, but when you have one of those wafer biscuits, they're a lot crisper.
Yes.
Aren't they? With that, whatever's in the middle of them, icing, I suppose. Sorry. God, I keep clearing my throat. That's really horrible for people to have to listen to. That's the problem with early morning podcasting.
Yes.
Still got morning voice on.
Yeah, and also we're out of practice.
Out of practice, yeah. I haven't been Zoom gigging like you have.
Yeah.
I don't have my pipes in order.
Yeah, that's right.
For anyone who does want to book Dave, he is the king of Zoom, so get in touch.
Look, I've done over 60 Zoom gigs, whatever. I mean, it's not it's not a mantle that I wear well, but I wear it. You know?
Over 60?
Yeah, I counted them.
Have we even been in lockdown that long?
Yeah, since March. Yeah.
Wow.
I've done 3 with you, so that, you know.
Sure, that leaves 57 other ones that clearly I didn't get the tap for.
Oh, Husey, I did a few with Husey and Glenn Robbins and Limo.
Oh, yes.
Des, darling, but a lot by myself because I'm cheap, I think.
You call yourself the Zoom king, I'm going to call you the Zoom slut. You really just get around.
Still, some of them aren't that good, let me tell you.
All right, so chocolate biscuits, what are we deciding? Gaiety should be discontinued.
Yes.
Chocolate Monty deserves to be a classic and is.
Relaunch it with your mum and you doing an ad.
Yeah, for the chocolate Monty.
So it starts off with you in your childhood kitchen, and you go, 40 years ago, my mum used to have these biscuits, and then you cut to your mum, and then you sort of apologise. It's one of those nostalgic ads where you get really teary. Yeah,
and then at the end though, I'd turn around, I'd turn on it, and I'd go, "This all could have been different if you just didn't keep them in the fridge," and then just walk out.
And shared one
occasionally. You ruined it. 40 years I could have been enjoying these biscuits, but I thought they were rubbish because you put them in the fridge. Keep your chocolate biscuits in the cupboard, people. It'll be like a really angry ad.
Yes. And you storm off, and as you go, you push the jar of Smarties off the shelf and that smashes. And we'll do it like the Queen's Gambit, that Netflix show. It'll all be stylised. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Mum chasing me down the road going, "I've got some Aldi chips. Come back." You ranked them second. Come on.
They're not that bad. All right, well, that's all worked out. Well, next, we're doing a blind test, and I can't wait.
My favourite segment, the blind test.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go
Okay,
first?
let me just do a little bit of rustling.
Oh, okay, yeah, good idea.
I got to unrustle because I haven't tasted the ones I sent you, so I just got to unrustle the packet. Oh, Jesus. Just smelled them.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God. And I've smelled the ones you've sent me. For a minute, we thought we'd send each other the same thing, but I've just smelled them. We really haven't.
We haven't sent each other the same thing?
Nah.
Well,
No way.
I don't want to give too much away, but you know where I've been shopping recently. And friend of the show, Annie Maver, is a big fan of Aldi.
Oh, you've sent me a funny Aldi flavour.
Yeah, you've got an Aldi flavour.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to start then?
Okay, you start.
I'll go first with what you've sent me.
So I've got to tell everyone, I've got to whisper, and I've got to try and
okay. Hang on. Let me take my headphones off
Okay.
and
All right,
turn away.
all right,
And
okay.
I'm going to also make some noise because you're always too loud.
I'm going to try to whisper. I'm going to actually
Hang
try
on.
to whisper.
Okay, they're coming off.
Okay. Again. Okay, everyone. I've got her from Aldi. The roast beef and gravy flavoured chip. They're a kettle chip by Blackstone Gourmet Snack Food, limited edition in Aldi. I just know it's one of their cooked in sunflower oil.
How long is this flavour?
So roast beef and gravy. Okay, come back. Come back, Kitty. Come back, Kitty. Oh, almost.
There's
got
a
through.
weird thing. There's a weird thing on these headphones
Yes.
where if I tap the side, it turns you off.
That's funny. All right. We're
Like
still
a
recording.
nana with the technology. I don't know how to work it.
No, not do I.
Okay. Okay, I'm excited. They smell, straight off the bat, they smell chickeny.
Nah.
No? Oh, I thought for sure.
Let me
Really
slow up.
not even chicken?
Oh, they do. You know what? I have to say, we open these before. No, hang on. I know my lab to get a bad reputation again, but I decanted them into a bag. I dropped them off at your house. Then I went and picked up my kids from school, and then we ate some of them in the car. And the kids said, "Are these honey soy?"
Oh,
But they're not.
So, but they smell chickeny. I wouldn't
but
have
they're
said
not-
honey soy, but
Oh, when you taste them, they're not. They don't taste chicken.
okay, let me have a taste.
I mean, they are a meat.
It really does taste like it tastes like the juices of a roast chicken.
You know what? Juices
they're not,
is
so-
spot on. It's spot on, but it's a different kind of meat.
Okay, I have to have another one.
It's a meat and
Oh,
a juicy
hang on.
thing.
Okay. It's something and gravy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm tasting in the juices. It's the
Yeah.
juices in the gravy.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. You've
but
got
the meat. It's
Yeah.
pretty sweet, so I would say I'm not tasting it, but if it's sweet, I would suggest lamb.
no close.
No?
Very close. It's the red meat. Do you want me to just tell you? You're so close. Roast
Well,
beef and gravy.
Yeah, see, it doesn't taste like beef at all.
No, but you're right. It doesn't. I think it tastes a bit chickeny, but you can taste the gravy.
Roast beef and gravy.
Hey, this is Aldi, man. They experiment.
Wow.
It's big in
Well-
Germany.
I'll be honest, they're not unpleasant. Like some of those ones you've sent me are disgusting. Like lime and pepper or whatever that one
Yeah,
was. That was
awful.
gross. But I couldn't say they taste like meat and gravy, but I'd eat them.
Mm.
Now that's got to be a first. Most of the blind tasters we go, I wouldn't eat these.
Yeah, well, my kids were very keen to finish them off. They like
Yep,
them.
I don't mind them. I don't mind the. Maybe I just need gravy flavoured chips.
Yeah. Well, Hamish and Andy they had a competition where they invented a chip flavour, and the chip flavour they invented was gravy. I never
Oh
tasted
well,
it.
not a bad idea.
No, well, that's why they're number one in the world of podcasting, I think. We're about number 48, but that's all right.
All right, well, interesting. Are you smelling the ones I've sent you now?
Hey, and you know what? Another tick to Aldi. Another tick to Aldi.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean I don't know. I don't have your receipt, but I imagine they were 50 cents.
No, they're at $2. I got that bag. I got 2 bags of the Sprinters, and they're all big bags, and they're $6. It's incredible. I still can't get over the bargains at Aldi.
Okay, so you're smelling the ones I've sent you.
Oh, wow.
They're a kettle chip, and they're a special edition. You know I love the special edition kettle chip. You've had camembert and fig before from Kettle Chip Special Edition. We've had Stradrope Island honey
Yeah.
from Kettle Chip. They got a thumbs down.
I still ate them. What is that smell?
Well,
It's like a peppery,
yeah,
sharp.
yeah. Just go with your instincts on, like, if you smelled that without thinking about it, what sort of chip would you think that is? Like in your regular chip flavours. Oh, hang on, I haven't told everyone what it is. Take your headphones out.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, of course. Hang on. Go.
Oh, God, we've lost the plot. Okay, so Dave is tasting a kettle chip, special edition, barbecue spices and sticky maple. That's what drew me to it, sticky maple. I can put maple syrup on and in everything. So I'm hoping these will be really good. But smelling them, not sure they will be. Okay, come back, Dave.
I reckon I had Japanese food last night, which I don't have very often, and I reckon that's like a wasabi
Oh,
or a mustardy thing.
yeah.
No.
No, I can't give it to. I want you to just think, put your nose in the bag and think, if you had to just guess from your standard flavours, what flavour would that be?
Barbecue?
Yes.
I'm
So
wrong.
it's
I'm right off. I'm right off, aren't I?
It's barbecue spices and something else. Now taste them. So you've got your barbecue spice and then it's got something else in it. Can you taste it? I haven't
Tasting it. Is it something you cook on a barbecue?
You know what? If you lick it, you can sort of taste what's in there. It's a little bit spicy. That's the barbecue spices, obviously. And you should be getting.
No, we've had teriyaki chicken, haven't we? But
Yeah,
so
but you're sort of but you're in. It's that kind of realm where it's a sweet and spicy kind of thing. No, not getting it. It's barbecue spices sweetened with something.
Paprika? No. Oh, okay. Sweetened with something. Is it sweetened with the meat? No.
No, it's like, imagine you're making a marinade. I'm not like you, Dave. You always just want to tell me what it is, but I always like you to just keep guessing.
Yeah, true. Hang on,
And then I get
again.
excited once you've guessed 27 things. I go, oh my God, you got it.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's very subtle because those spices are quite overpowering.
Yeah. So you make a
They're quite
marinade.
strong.
It's not honey. It's not soy.
No.
The
No,
soy could
but-
be in there. But I reckon you would put, not plum sauce or something? No. It's not plum sauce. It's not apple sauce. It's not.
No, you're in the ballpark though.
It's not fig. We've had fig, haven't we? Not fig.
Yep. They're actually a lot hotter than I thought.
They
They're
are,
almost
aren't they?
they're a bit like a chili chip, which we don't like. And the only thing that saves them is the sweetness. And I'll just tell you what it is. It's maple
Is it a
syrup.
fruit?
It's maple syrup.
Oh.
Can you taste? I thought you might.
Yes. So maple syrup and barbecue flavoured.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, it takes enough of the sting out of the chili, doesn't it?
It's not bad. I don't mind it.
Do you know what's hard about maple syrup though? And I reckon that's why it's hard to taste in there, except for sweetness. It's really hard to flavour something with maple syrup.
Yeah.
You have to go really hard with it. Like you always get the sweetness from it, but to actually make something taste like maple syrup without just eating maple syrup, it takes a lot.
Yeah, in a way, it's a very subtle flavour, but in chip, it's a very subtle flavour for me, I reckon.
Yeah,
Maple
it
syrup.
is quite subtle.
Well, that's amazing.
I feel like we didn't finish on a high. So can I suggest,
Yep.
because it is our first Bonanza episode back, can I suggest we go to the novelty item that I sent you?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we finish with, please discuss this novelty item.
Yes. We are going to discuss, what is a kitty? It is
a Hostess Twinkie. Those things that you see in American films, and if you ever bought American comic books back in the 70s, there were always ads for Hostess cupcakes and Hostess Twinkies.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was one of those things that I used to read about in comics, because I used to buy comics when I was a kid, like all the Disney comics and also
Archie?
Archie comics, yeah.
Did you
And
like
they would always
Veronica
have
or
just-
Betty? Well, who do you relate to, Veronica or Betty?
Betty.
Probably Veronica. No,
No,
Betty.
Betty, but I had brown hair, so you kind of go, I have to be Veronica.
I related to Jughead or Moose.
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 But yeah, so they'd always have ads for these or ads for sea monkeys.
Yes.
Remember, you always wanted to ride away for the sea monkeys.
Oh,
anyway,
definitely.
I found these at my local IGA.
Amazing.
What's curious about them is they have no use-by date on them.
Wow.
So I'm going to assume that they just they never expire.
And they're a cake with a kind of a cream in them.
I reckon they're like those mini Swiss rolls that we used to get. You know those top taste Swiss rolls. They don't have the rolly bit, but they kind of just look like a cake with fake cream in the middle.
Well, let's open them.
Okay.
Give a bit of rustling.
Bit of rustling. Oh God.
Oh, smell that.
Oh man, they smell like banana.
Yeah.
That smells like lolly banana.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to
That's
try.
weird.
I'm going to try it.
Oh, I'm actually a bit frightened of it. Oh, I don't like it already.
Oh, it is like a Swiss roll.
Yeah. Wow. That doesn't taste like food.
No, that's possibly the fakest thing I've ever had. And I've had some crap in my life.
Oh, man. Wow.
Oh, I got to eat the rest of my Monty. Get that out of my mouth.
How on earth have they been a thing in America and all those American movies? Remember in Ghostbusters they were referenced. That's a big Twinkie. You know, just... Oh.
Man.
Oh.
Tell you what, the Monty's a good biscuit. I've just gone back to it again.
Yeah,
that is good.
Yeah, okay.
That is good.
Okay, well, I'm glad we didn't waste an entire segment on the Hostess Twinkie.
Yeah. Well, they are. You're right. They're an icon, but
but I don't know why. That's horrible.
Well,
like, truly horrible. And again, God, my mum's annoying because we would always go, "Oh, they look." When she said they would be disgusting. That's what she used to say. They would be disgusting. And whenever we got the jam rolls, she would only buy the jam ones, not the ones with jam and the fake cream.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so not cream. What is
again,
that paste? It's like Perkins paste.
Leonie was right. They are disgusting.
Yeah, they are disgusting. All right.
Well, there we go. We've done it.
Well, it's good to be back.
It's great to be back. And look, next time we don't know what we'll be doing, but I think definitely choo-choo bars.
Definitely choo-choo bars. And I would also like to discuss the Werther's butterscotch in a new segment called Always Better Than You Think. So we've got a few things coming up.
A few things coming up. Well, thanks for listening, guys. We can fully recommend Thins. We've been to Aldi. Twinkies no good. Monty's excellent.
Chocolate Monty is the winner. Yeah. And, I'm going back to a 10 out of 10 for the Thins. I'll give it to you now. I gave it 9 at the top. Now I'll give it 10.
10! Woo! Thanks for listening to the Junkees.